If you have ever tried to raise your vibration, and it still felt like work, there is one frequency nobody ever handed you. Yesterday, we looked at multiplying the money you had already attracted through cause and effect. Today, we go higher to the frequency underneath every technique you have ever tried. Modern manifestation tells you over and over to raise your vibration. It never once tells you which feeling actually does the raising. You were handed a fragment of a much older system, repeated without the piece that makes it work. The Hermeticists called this the principle of vibration. Nothing in the universe rests, not even for a moment, not even the stillest object you can imagine. Everything moves, and the rate of that motion decides which reality you are living inside of, whether you notice it or not. Before this ends, you will know exactly which emotion outranks every manifestation technique you have ever been taught. Not the one that requires forcing, not the one that requires performing, the one that requires absolutely nothing from you at all. You have chanted affirmations you did not actually feel, hoping repetition alone would close the gap. You have visualized outcomes while your chest stayed tight and unconvinced, waiting for proof before it relaxed. That gap between the words you say and the feeling underneath them is the entire problem. There is a frequency so high, it needs no effort at all to sustain once you find it. It is not joy, and it is not excitement. It is older than both of those, and far quieter, closer to stillness than to celebration. It sits above pride, and it sits above even the joy of finally getting what you wanted. It is the one state with no resistance built into it, none at all, nothing hidden underneath it waiting to surface later. By the time this ends, you will not be trying to raise your vibration anymore. You will simply be learning how to stop blocking the one you already carry, the one you were born broadcasting, long before anyone ever taught you to doubt it. Stay with me, even if you have heard the word vibration 100 times before this. This changes how you see every single technique you have ever tried before this moment. Think of a tuning fork struck once against a table, then set down. Every nearby fork tuned to the same note begins to hum on its own, without ever being touched. Your mind, and every mind around it, works exactly the same way. The all is mind, and mind, by its very nature, vibrates. Every thought you hold, every feeling you sustain, every belief you repeat is a vibration moving at its own exact rate. And the universe only ever answers the rate you are actually broadcasting. Every emotion sits somewhere on a scale, from dense and slow to fast and fine. Fear sits low on that scale. Anger sits low too. Love sits at the very top of it, because it is the only state carrying no trace of lack inside it. A radio tuned to 98.5 will never pick up a station broadcasting at 100.1. Your desire is already broadcasting right now at its own frequency. Love is the one frequency every receiver in existence is already tuned to receive. Modern teaching tells you to raise your vibration as if it were one generic dial with no markings on it. The Hermetic system corrects that. It names the exact frequency that requires no forcing and hands you the dial's true highest setting. This is not only a metaphor, it is measurable. When you sustain a feeling of love, your heart rhythm itself shifts into a steady, coherent pattern, and your entire nervous system follows it, the way every instrument follows the lead violin in an orchestra. Read that sentence again. Let it actually land this time. This is exactly why forcing positivity so often fails you. You cannot vibrate at love while your body is still gripping the fear underneath it. The Hermeticists knew this. They always released the lower note before they ever asked the higher one to sound. By the principle of correspondence, as within, so without exception. A coherent frequency held inside you becomes coherent conditions arranged outside you. Love is not only the highest note on the scale, it is the note that reorganizes every note beneath it. So here is your tool, plain and repeatable. Before any manifestation practice tonight, spend 60 seconds recalling one memory of feeling completely, unmistakably loved. Feel that first, before you visualize a single thing, because the goal has to arrive on a frequency you are already broadcasting. We are halfway through this teaching, and this next part is the one most people skip. Stay, because it is exactly where most people get it backwards. Trying to love the outcome long before they ever learn to love the self sitting here right now. Now, let's put this to work. Come into this with me. Come into stillness with me, right where you are. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Let your breath slow without forcing it. For the next few minutes, there is nothing here to chase, only something old to remember. Feel the weight of your body exactly where you are sitting, without adjusting it. You do not need to perform this feeling for anyone, not even for yourself. You only need to stop interrupting it and let it rise on its own. Know this clearly and let it settle in. Love is not something you have to build from nothing, piece by effortful piece. It is the frequency underneath every other feeling you have ever mistakenly called happiness. I release the belief that love has to be earned, one performance at a time. I release the old degree of this feeling, the one that always came with conditions quietly attached to it. I let it dissolve. I release the frequency of proving myself worthy of care, one more time for the last time. That was the old degree of this belief, carried far longer than it ever deserved. The new degree needs no proof at all. I feel this letting go, not as a loss, but as an exhale I have been holding for years. It becomes space quietly opening for the frequency that was always waiting underneath it, patient this whole time. I hold this in mind, deliberately. I love the self sitting here right now. Not the version of me I am still becoming. That future version is not more worthy of love than this one is. I am love before I am anything else I have been taught to call myself. Not the roles I play, not the achievements I have listed. This, underneath all of it, quietly, always. My love is not conditional on what I have achieved or what I still have left to prove. It is the frequency I was made from, long before I ever tried to earn a single thing about it. Old degree, I criticized myself into motivation again and again. New degree, I love myself into motion instead. And motion that comes from love does not burn out the way motion built on fear does. Feel this settle in, slowly, without rushing it. There is nothing left to fix before you are finally allowed to feel it. The permission was never sitting outside of you, waiting in someone else's hands. Say it quietly to yourself, if that is easier right now. In whatever words come, I am allowed to feel this now, not later, not after the goal finally arrives, not on anyone else's timeline. Hold this in mind gently. Most fear around money is really a fear of not being enough to deserve receiving it. Love dissolves that fear at its root, not just at its surface. I no longer chase the outcome, running after it like it might slip away. I hold the love that already contains it. The way a river holds the sea, it is already moving toward, without straining once. Old degree, I grasped at provision out of fear it would run out on me. New degree, I love the process of receiving instead. And what I love without condition, I attract without any resistance at all. Feel your hands open, not clenched around anything, not bracing for it to disappear. Provision does not arrive through a closed fist, no matter how tightly you hold it. It arrives through a frequency that has room to actually receive it. Read that sentence again. Really read it. I am not behind, and I never was, no matter how it has felt some mornings. I was only ever vibrating at fear, in a place where love was always the shorter, easier path. Hold this in mind, carefully. By correspondence, the love you hold for yourself sets the frequency other people are unconsciously matched to. People do not treat you the way you deserve. They treat you the way you actually vibrate. I am the cause, not a passenger waiting to see what arrives. My relationships are only ever the effect, mirroring the frequency I already hold. I choose the frequency of love as the cause, deliberately. Today, old degree, I tolerated far less than I wanted because I feared being left alone. New degree, I hold love as my baseline instead, and anything vibrating below it simply stops matching my field over time. Feel this settle into your chest slowly, the way warmth settles into cold hands. You were never too much for anyone, and you were never too little either. You were simply broadcasting a frequency that had not yet found its match. What I love without condition, I attract without resistance, without a single ounce of struggle. Say that again, quietly, and this time, actually mean it. This frequency does not need another person to complete it, ever, not even the right one. It simply quietly changes who is drawn toward you from here on, and who no longer fits. Hold this in mind one last time. Loving the process of your purpose, not only its outcome, is the fastest alignment with the all available to you. The all does not rush creation. The all loves the slow making of it. I am the highest frequency the all offers, and I have always had access to it. I choose to vibrate there today, not as a technique to perform, but as a return to what I already always am. Let this be the frequency you quietly carry out of this video, without announcing it to anyone. Carry it into everything you touch for the rest of today. Say this with me, out loud if you can, or silently in your own mind. I am love, before I am anything else I have ever been taught to call myself. My love is not conditional on what I have achieved, or what I still have left to prove. It is the frequency I was made from, long before any of that ever mattered. I no longer chase the outcome, running after it like it might slip away. I hold the love that already, patiently, contains it. What I love without condition, freely, with no fine print attached. I attract without resistance every single time. I am the highest frequency the all offers, and I no longer need to be convinced of it. I choose fully to vibrate there today. I am an individualized portion of the mind of the all, carrying its exact same creative nature. Love was always quietly the proof of it. Carry this frequency into the rest of your day before you reach for anything else. Do not just hear this. Inscribe it. Type "I am" in the comments to anchor this cause into the physical matrix today. Share this with someone who is ready to remember who they are. Subscribe. A new law, a new key arrives every day. You were never separate from the all, not even for a moment. Love was only ever the frequency reminding you of it.